All right, so here's an update in addition to letting you know how I'm working this out. So you can see that I've got her in place, got him in place, and this little guy hasn't really been worked on at all yet. So I got her front left leg coming forward now. It's obviously too well bent here and it needs to be pushed back. But I need to define this area first and this area too. So what I'm doing here, and I'll show you in a minute with some carving, is I'm defining this right hand paw for him. So what's happening here is this paw is, you know, they're meaty things, you know, lions hands and such. So it's more like you making your hands like this, and that's their hands. There's no real like tip of the finger here. So you know, it's more like this. So this paw is like leaning forward like this if you're looking from this direction. So I'm trying to give the appearance of the front of the paw and a little bit of the top of the paw with a little bit of the forearm in view as well. So here this will be like, you know, the I don't the appendages. I guess they're not fingers, obviously, but the paw has appendages, and we're going to be seeing little sections here to show that, and then here and here, and then their paws have pads on each appendage. So I'll be putting in those little pads like around here and here to get that to show. So that'll eventually work out. But this paw here is rounded and it looks like this. If you're looking from here, and part of the forearm. This is his left forearm with the same appendages, but you'll only be seeing from this position, looking this way. So I'm trying to round off this area here, but also leave a top place here. So let me show you how I'm working that out here. The actual, I think you can see, the actual cutting here is basically, as you can actually give you more of this, so you can see here as well. You see here as well, yeah. So basically, I'm trying to work this into this. So you can tell that the paw, the right hand paw, is bent forward. So I can really only see a slight bit of the top here. And so I'm rounding this off here, leaving this upper edge here, which is in fact the part of the paw that you could see that would, you know, turn in. So this will be the pad area here, and then the top area where you can see separation of the appendages of the paw, and then the back of the paw here. And then this one is more greatly exaggerated on the forearm, and then the paw is here bending toward him. So that's what this will be here. Now I've left a lot of the wood in place here coming up to the paw, because much of this area here will be dug out and rounded in to create this motion of the hair. So this curly hair falls from the jawline straight down with a little bit of forward and backward depth, and then down here it curls up, and it does disappear around here, but as you can see, it joins the forearm here. So I need to leave this in place at least here so that I can curl it in. And then eventually I'll dig even deeper here, which will be around here, and it will not be touching the forearm, which will make the forearm deeper and allow me to get more distance on this forearm. So I'm trying to explain. I'm teaching you in absentia because you guys don't ask a lot of questions, which is fine. I'm totally fine with that. But if you have questions, I'd be happy to answer them as well. So Anyway, I'm moving forward with the paw. Cut out a little more here to straighten the arm. But as you can see from the drawing or the photograph, there's a bend here. So it goes down and in, and then it comes back out because of the front paw. But it does go up and in again and back up to the shoulder. So you have to just, imagine you see the whole thing. And then this little guy, he can be cut back at any time and worked on at any time to bring him to the right depth where they are. All of this area here, as you can see, is pretty tight. But eventually, when I do finish off the actual placement of both of these creatures, then I will cut and do back cuts in here to give it the appearance of a lot more depth. So, all right, I'm really going to be working on hair pretty soon, getting the proper wavy look to the hair, and also the structure of the wood and depth as well. Thanks.